Why was Nirbhaya out at night with her friend before she was gang raped? Why did the Shakti Mills rape victim go to an isolated spot alone? These were the wise words of Asha Mirge, a member of the Maharashtra Women's Commission today. And this isn't the first time a member of a women's panel has made outrageous statements, leading to questions about just what exactly these panels do.
निर्भयाचा बलात्कार घ्या. रात्री 11 वाजता खरंच पिक्चर पाहायला जायचं असतं मित्रासोबत. शक्ती मिल्स कंपाऊंड वरला बलात्कार घ्या. तर संध्याकाळी 6 वाजता जायचं असतं एखाद्या हे करायला एखाद्या ठिकाणी. आपली वेशभूषा, आपली देहबोली या 3 मुळे आपण चुकून अनावधानाने इन्व्हाइटेड निमंत्रण सारखं तर वागत नाही ना.
From a member of the Women's Commission in Maharashtra, this comment was doubly embarrassing for the NCP, to which Asha Mirge belongs. Even worse, party stalwart Sharad Pawar's daughter Supriya Sule was herself at the function and didn't feel the need to intervene, though she did clarify in her speech later.
With full humility, I apologize for what has happened. If anybody's emotions are hurt, I take full responsibility, and with full humility, I apologize on behalf of my party as well as my colleague.
The explanation later from the woman herself hardly helped.
महिलाओं ने खुद का बॉडी लैंग्वेज, खुद का ड्रेस सेंस ये ऐसा रखना चाहिए कि they are not inviting.
Senior party leader Praful Patel sought to undo the damage, but by then it was already too late.
The person concerned who has made such a statement is insensitive. We will take action if the person belongs to our party.
वो सोच को बदलने की जरूरत है जो ये सोचता है कि महिलाओं की सुरक्षा उसका अपना कर्तव्य है, समाज का नहीं.
She is trying to impose the Talibani culture on women. How will women come to her with confidence and ask for justice?
महिलाओं का भी पूरा अधिकार है कि वो भी लड़कों की तरह घूम सकें.
Yet Mamta Sharma, chairperson of the National Commission for Women, had herself some time ago advised girls that they should be sporting if boys tease them by calling them sexy. All this and other bloopers in the past by members of women's panels raises the question, is it time to revamp women's organizations in India? An NDTV Bureau report.
Well, should all these women's commissions in India be disbanded and revamped? What exactly do they do? Should there be, women who've been working for women's rights for years who should be heading them, or political appointees, as many of them are right now, who seem to have utterly failed? Joining us tonight on the program, we have Barkha Singh, the chairperson of the Delhi Commission for Women, who is currently in a massive row with the Aam Aadmi Party government here in Delhi over her role. In fact, they have suggested somebody else should replace her soon. Ranjana Kumari, well-known women's rights activist, is with us as well. Nandita Rao, senior lawyer, here in the studio with me, and Atishi Marlena, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, also joins us tonight. Barkha Singh, I'll take this question to you. This program isn't really about Asha Mirge today, because we have seen a number of atrocious statements, even from Women's Commission members, or even after the December 16th gang rape. But what it highlights, and the question it raises, is about these commissions, whether it is the NCW, whether it is the DCW. Are these really effective organizations? May I ask very respectfully, ma'am, what do you all do?
बिल्कुल, मैं जो उन्होंने आशा जी ने कहा है, मैं उसकी बिल्कुल आलोचना करती हूँ, और इस तरह की बातें उन्हें नहीं कहनी चाहिए. आज हमारी बच्चियां, हमारी लड़कियां, हमारी महिलाएं 21st सेंचुरी में चल रही हैं, पढ़ रही हैं, उनका बहुत आगे बढ़ रही हैं, हर फील्ड में आगे जा रही हैं, और उनको खुद को डिसाइड करना है कि उनको क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है, किस तरह के कपड़े पहनने हैं. अगर सपोज करिए कोई लड़की ड्यूटी सर्विस करती है, जॉब पे जाती है, वो रात में वापस आ रही है या फिल्म देखने जा रही है, हम इसका फैसला नहीं कर सकते कि वो जाए नहीं जाए.
लेकिन बरखा जी, आप ये बताइए कि ये जो कमीशंस हैं, जैसे कि एनसीडब्ल्यू है और आपका डीसीडब्ल्यू है, मेरा सवाल ये है कि आप लोग करते क्या हैं? क्योंकि जहां तक विमेन्स इश्यूज का सवाल है, ये अक्सर हमने देखा है कि हमें नहीं लगता ये बॉडीज इफेक्टिव हैं, कोई आप उनकी बात नहीं सुनता है, आपके रिकमेंडेशंस पता नहीं क्या होते हैं. आप व्हाट इज द रोल दैट यू प्ले एग्जैक्टली?
देखिए, हमारे यहाँ डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस के और ये ईव टीजिंग के, रेप क्राइसिस सेल, रेप के, इस तरह के हमारे जो केसेस आते हैं, और हमारे पास इतने ज्यादा हमें अधिकार नहीं मिले हैं जो कि मिलने चाहिए थे. हम लोग रिकमेंड कर सकते हैं, सो मोटो एक्शन ले सकते हैं, इसके अलावा हमारे पास कोई अधिकार नहीं है जितने अधिकार महिला आयोग को मिलना चाहिए।
बरखा जी,
ये
लेकिन
बिल्कुल सच है, इसको
आपकी
मैं
जो
मानती
सरकार है दिल्ली में वो ये भी कह रही है कि जो आप हैं अभी आप लोगों के बीच में जो ये मतभेद चल रहा है, वो ये भी कहते हैं कि यू आर अ पॉलिटिकल अपॉइंटी एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, कि आपके मतलब पॉलिटिकल लीनिंग्स हैं एंड यू एक्ट इन अ सर्टेन वे बिकॉज ऑफ योर पॉलिटिक्स।
ऐसा है, मुझे ये इनकी सरकार को 1 महीना 11-12 दिन हो गए, जब से मैंने भारती जी को समन किया है उस दिन से हम इनकी आंखों में किरकिरी बन गए। अदरवाइज तो बरखा सिंह बिल्कुल चुपचाप बैठी थी, किसी को कोई शिकायत नहीं थी। एक इनका मिनिस्टर जो कानून को अपने हाथ में लेता है, क्या ये ठीक है? मैं आपसे सवाल कर रही हूँ,
आई विल टेक दैट टू आतिशी।
क्या ये ठीक है?
Atishi, it's become a very ugly battle, and you know this is at the end of the day the Delhi Commission for Women, which is, you know, it's supposed to have an important role as far as you know issues related to women are concerned, but it's reduced to an ugly political battle in recent days. Atishi.
Yeah, unfortunately it has, and actually I think this is the problem with such statutory institutions like the Delhi Commission for Women and many other such statutory bodies. This is not the only one, which have actually become a means for political favors, for having political appointees, which actually defeats the very purpose of such institutions. In fact, many of these institutions need to be revamped, and all appointees for such institutions should not be affiliated to political parties. We should have people from women's movements, from women's groups, who should head organizations like this.
And
in fact, if you know, that the person whom we have suggested for heading the Delhi Commission for Women is Pushpa Maitri, a well-known Hindi novelist who's been writing about women's issues for the past several decades. And I hope that this will be a precedent across the country.
Well, Barkha Singh says she's not going to step down.
Well, as Ms. Barkha Singh might know, it is well within the rights of the Delhi government to change the head of a statutory body. Yes, it has to go via the Lieutenant Governor, and we have made a letter to the Lieutenant Governor for the same.
And you believe that she is motivated solely by politics? You really believe that?
Not at all, not at all.
I'm asking
Nidhi, you tell me. Nidhi, you tell me that there were 3 major cases that happened in Delhi. One was the case of the gang rape of the Danish lady. One was the case that involved the Khirki extension area. The third was the case that happened in Suhagpur. Why is it that the only case that the Delhi Commission for Women was taken up, the one that involved Mr. Somnath Bharti? Yes, if the Delhi Commission for Women thought that inappropriate action had been taken, of course the case should be taken up. But why only that? Why not Neha Yadav's case from Suhagpur? Why not the Danish gang rape case?
Okay, I'll take that quickly to Barkha and then I'll come to Nandita and Ranjana. Barkha ji, Atishi ne jo sawal uthaya, it's a very important question, which is that why didn't you take up all the cases? Why just Somnath Bharti's case? Because then the motive, she says, appears to be a political one.
हम जवाब दे रहे हैं आपको जी। हम वहां पे गए हैं, पुलिस ने एफआईआर की है, आप जाके पता करिए, एफआईआर में मुलजिम पकड़े गए हैं। जहां जहां भी मुलजिम पकड़ लिए गए हैं, एफआईआर हो गई है। उसके बाद में हम बराबर वहां पे गए हैं और हमने केस की
बिरला ने वो केस नहीं उठाया तो उस केस पे कुछ एक्शन क्यों नहीं हुआ? जब उनके फादर हर जगह गए हैं, जब इन्होंने ये केस उठाया है, तो दिल्ली कमीशन ऑफ विमेन जो सुओ मोटो एक्शन ले सकती है, व्हाई डिड दे नॉट टेक कॉग्निजेंस ऑफ द मैटर?
मैडम आप मेरी बात सुनिए। एक राखी बिरलान जो रात में कैमरा लेके जाती हैं और सारी दिल्ली को दिखाती हैं कि वो वहां पे बैठी हुई हैं, और हम लोग इतने सालों से जो काम कर रहे हैं उसका कोई वैल्यू नहीं है। आप कमीशन में जाइए, पता करिए कितने केसेस सॉल्व हुए हैं।
Why don't you tell me that what is it that the Delhi Commission for Women has done with the annual budget that it has? I think it should be clear.
Let's come to that question of what the commission has done.
रिपोर्ट पे पता लग जाएगा। आप वहाँ की एनुअल रिपोर्ट मंगाइए और सब पता लगेगा आपको।
Okay, Nandita Rao, let's come in over here. There was an audit actually that I read about on the Delhi Commission of Women itself that has actually shown that it's violated whatever acts and rules are in place, and that they have more people who are political appointees, rather than those who should actually be on such a panel. The NCW has come in for flack as well. Do you believe these commissions are doing their job?
You see, I don't believe these commissions are doing their job, and I'm actually quite distressed to hear that the Aam Aadmi Party, which in their Lokpal bill had suggested that appointments to the Lokpal must be done in a manner that ensures selection of the best person, has also chosen to, when in the face of fire, recommend a nominee who's maybe a very good Hindi novelist, but who's to say that she does not have an affiliation to them and she will not owe an allegiance to them. So I think that all these bodies, including why these bodies, even the judiciary, the appointment is completely discretionary. And the sad reality is that appointments are made based on nepotism, based on money power, based on political allegiance. Nobody has an independent, transparent selection process. Even for a top appointment, you have to give out an advertisement, you have to have a selection committee which is broad-based. People should be allowed to apply. And what is happening because of this? Because you owe somebody for your appointment, you make selective interventions. Now, I want to say to Barkha ji, she's saying that we do not have powers. The commissions for women have a lot of power. They can recommend, they can review laws, they can even litigate. Now,
but they don't.
1 minute, they don't. That's my point. The Delhi High Court, despite all the allegations of sexual harassment coming out, still does not have a sexual harassment committee. Why has the Delhi Commission for Women not filed a writ in the Delhi High Court? Why have they not sent a letter to the registrar of the Delhi High Court saying why has the law not been implemented? Now, the Honorable Supreme Court has said that retired judges and judges will be excluded from the purview. Why has the National Commission for Women or Delhi Commission for Women not taken up this issue? Surrogacy has been carrying on in India unregulated. They don't even have a think tank to discuss this issue.